Okay, in the book, Hugh, I was surprised that you have actually been that you're actually a Shakespearean trained actor, and that you were somewhat successful on the stage, but you had only limited exposure on the screen, and you actually did play the late Kerry Packer in the sellout play, and was called Big Paper Turds, wasn't it? You played Kerry Packer, and then you went on to play Rupert Murdoch in another play, and that play was called Even Bigger Paper Turds. And I just wondering, while you're here, I know that you refused to do any Rupert Murdoch at all. No, you won't do even in guest appearances. You won't do any of that. But I wonder if you could channel. You could just channel for us now, just a bit of, Kerry Packer. Could you do that? I just gonna put some touches. Got to get into this, darling. Yeah, if you could give us, give us a Kerry Packer. Late Kerry Packer flourish. You playing the late Kerry Packer flourish. Well, yes. Yeah. Well, look, I sort of no longer. I no longer sort of use my, dedicate any of my energy or talents to something like acting anymore. In fact, I would say that I actually dedicate my efforts to that to a higher source. Well, I'll tell you what, if you will do this, if you would do some of the Big Paper Turd play with you playing Kerry Packer from the show, I'll let you loose to train my production crew in signature walking for half an hour after the show. Well, that's a different story. Okay, so I used some props. So you want me to channel some Kerry Packer. So I just imagine I'm, sitting down behind a desk, I suppose. If you got any props, you got a few props here, have you? Yeah, because I need a few props. You haven't got a polo stick, a helmet, and a horse, have you? Well, I was only just asking. We'll see what props. I'll put my pipe away. Where that bloody? Yeah, I've got that lighter because yeah. Put the book away. Phone. Had a phone very, I know it's an old phone, which is good. That's probably more in the timing with and would have been in the 70s, the events that those, you saw television series, the Paper Giants, and the play, of course, that I starred in was Big Paper Turd. So I'll have a go at playing how I played Kerry back then. Give it a go. I'm not going to smoke. Yeah. 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 Well, no. I'm trying to introduce a bit of Father Stone into playing Kerry Packer, because everybody from Barry Cocker through to Claudia Carlin, and from Barry Humphries through to Kate Blanchett has played him as loud, tough smoking, always giving people a serve kind of thing. So I thought I'd just sort of do him a little bit more retrospective. Oh, you want me to do the shouting and all that sort of thing? Okay. Here he goes. Yeah, hi, Whiter. How's the magazine going?
Yeah, you want to get, there's this bloody, you want to put this, some guy in the bloody centrefold in the nutty, eh? Or the bollocky, as you say, eh? Jack Thompson, eh? I've never bloody heard of bloody Jack Thompson. I don't know if I want to, and I don't bloody care whether he's in the bollocky or he's got a bloody dinner suit on, as long as it bloody sells more magazines, I know that's the main thing. Yes, I know that's the main thing. I don't care whether Jack Thompson's in the bollocky or not in my bloody magazine, as long as it bloody sells. Yeah, right. What's that? Oh, yeah, you're expecting Ida, are you? Oh, congratulations, Ida. Yeah, well, look, you just take it as easy as you need be. This is very important. Congratulations to you and your partner. And anyway, the magazine will take care of itself. You just take it a bit easier, and if you need any support, I'll give you bloody support. Okay, bye, Ida. These bloody showers, you bloody go and put them in charge of a bloody flagship magazine of yours, and they just go and get themselves up the duff, useless bloody broad. Yeah, so that'll do.
Now, I can't let you go, Hugh. A lot of people, a lot of the fans of my show have been emailing me once they knew that you were coming on the show, and they've been they're emailing questions they wanted me to ask, and most of them are actually asking, can you ask Hugh if he trained this person, if he trained this person? Obviously they're seeing this person act as an ADSM in whatever capacity they are actually in ADSM, and they wish to know if you trained them, and they want me to ask you on this show whether you trained this ADSM or that ADSM. Yeah, okay. Yeah, and probably because of, events that have happened this year and for the last few years, the number one person that they want to know, most people want to know, is, did you train the current President of the United States, Donald Trump? Did you?
Yeah, well, it's funny that you should say that, Nigel, because most people, that's what I get when I'm sort of not actually training ADSMs. The question I get mostly asked by members of the public and friends and acquaintances is that very question: did you train this person? Did you train that person? And this year, definitely the number one person they ask about is the President of the United States, the current one, Donald Trump. They say you must have, he must have gone to top screw kind of thing. Yeah. Well, I maintain Look, I'm not going to go in and name people or persons I've trained or hadn't trained there. As I say, anybody who does come to the training, either at SUC or at the Top Screw Elite Academy, their privacy is protected. I mean, they can. Obviously, everybody gets a qualification from either course, saying, and with their name on it and that, and they can share that with whoever and whomever they like. But I don't publicise a list of students who attend or graduate. As you'll see from the training I do at SUC, even though this particular current crop of students, we allowed one camera in and one camera only, and that was to protect the identity of the student. So the camera is just always on me and just all one focus. There's no panning around the room. There's basically, there's even the sound of the students asking questions. I've even protected that by basically editing out. When those videos are posted, we edit out the questions and the comments and even the laughter of the students to protect their identity. So nobody's saying, oh, that's his distinctive voice, I know that he's training with Hugh Screwer. So that's why I do that. And that's why I have the nicknames for the persons. That's all to protect their identity. Well, actually, the idea to actually put the training on video and put it online came from basically the one of the directors at SUC. It has been good. It has boosted the number of inquiries for the online training and boosted the number of people who are doing the training online. My preference, of course, is for classroom training with small numbers, as you can see from that. With a limit usually to about, no more than 8 students, sort of thing. Currently I've got 6. To you, while I've got you too, for coming on the show, I'd like to give you, it's one of these Pauline Hanson One Nation stubby or bottle holders. I'll give them to all the guests who come on Nigel's Wax with Fame. No, I'm fine. I'm fine with that. Thank you very much. I'm fine. So you're good with that. You're good for that. Okay. Yeah, I was kind of warned that you're not real partial to stubby holders. Just when I just pluck a bit more wax on your replica back here. While I'm here. Yes. But I have got something to give to you. I'll get it here while I'm back here. It's a tea towel, which you'll probably find a lot more useful. It's actually a Hugh Screwer Vegemite Guns and Money tea towel, and it says that Hugh Screwer had the guts to condemn the visit by the 2 high-ranking Australian One National Party officials to Washington DC to meet with high-ranking officials of the American National Rifle Association and Koch Industries in an effort to solicit massive political donations, when others would not condemn it. So there, we'll give that to you, and yes, you'll find a use for a tea towel, I am sure. What do I say? That's nice. I've been reading in your book, of course, Where the Adsum, and interesting, you write, you devote more than one chapter to talking about the cult of the very good boys, a group of Adsums who have banded together and have their own ceremonies and conventions and rules. I was just wondering, looking at those traits of these very good boys, would you not consider that the current federal energy minister, Mr. Angus Taylor, would you not? He is a member of the very good boys, and which you write in your book. Many of the very good boys have in fact been trained by. So I'm asking you again, Hugh Screwer, did you not train Mr. Angus Taylor? Before, I'm not in the business of either confirming or denying whether certain people might get the idea that they may have trained me, they may not have. I don't get in business, as I say, I respect the privacy of all my students. All I'll say is with Mr. Angus Taylor, I certainly wouldn't want to be putting any false information out there in the public sphere, given his that kind of small discrepancy where he told the Parliament that the Sydney City Council had spent $14.2 million for that financial year on interstate travel, and he described it as plane travel. So I mean, yeah, if they travelled interstate, they would be travelling by plane. 14.2 million, and it turned out, as reflected accurately on the City Council website, it was only in the order, it was about $4,200. So it was, you know, a bit of a discrepancy. But look, he only told the National Parliament, the National House of Representatives, that, and he'd also already sent it to a Sydney newspaper before he got up in Parliament. I mean, it wasn't like he had, you know, shouted it out to everybody down the pub.
And so, Mr. Angus Taylor, before he released the information with this discrepancy in it, should not have you know, run it past the so-called pub test.
Yeah, well, that's a good point. It's a good point. Maybe Angus Taylor should have put that information. He should have put that information to the pub. He should have given it this so-called pub test that everybody's talking about. But you know, 14.2 million. I'm spent on train travel as opposed to actually 4,200. Bit of a discrepancy.
So it was a discrepancy of extraordinary magnitude.